I did it. I sold my Injective to buy Solana, and I also used some of the stable coins I had to buy Solana as well. Now, the reason I did that is probably pretty obvious. Solana is the king of the meme platform. Not only that, but it has also showed great signs of strong recovery after the initial pop that we seen back in November of last year. Okay, so as you can see, we dropped to a low of $175 here, okay, on the 13th, 14th of January here, but then we pumped like crazy with the meme hype to 292, and then it stabilized for a bit around 267 here before dropping back down to this strong support area. And now it does look like it wants to move back up, but nevertheless, even though we do have the trend line here, which shows us that it wants to move back up, it's not very strong, okay? It's kind of struggling, it's bouncing up and down. It's more so in a range, but in an upward range. That's how it looks right now. So we have to see if it's able to get to like 220 again, maybe even break above it before we could say, okay, this thing is going to go higher. This thing is probably going to revisit 260, maybe even 280 before we'll see some sort of decision. But it definitely looks better than Injective. Now, Injective, unfortunately, despite the technical delivery and despite all the bullish announcements, the price just doesn't want to perform, and it's pretty evident here in the chart. I mean, in December it went to $34, 35 in fact, and then it pulled back and it just been like sideways here for a while. It tried to go higher here, but it has failed. So, you know, with this resistance that we have, it seems to have been really solid. There was a lot of selling momentum, and then with Bitcoin going down, not able to go higher, Injective has failed, and it looks like it's still in that downtrend, a nasty downtrend in fact, which it may not recover from in a very long time. Not to mention that we now have very solid resistance points around $19.80, which is terrible because Injective was supposed to have stayed around $20 for a while and then push higher in order to prevent this nasty situation from occurring. So now because of this, it's probably going to try and revisit $19 eventually, but it's going to dump back down if it does. Just like we have seen here with the intent after this big dump, it tried to go higher, it went to 26, then it pulled back, then it went to 26 again or close to it, and it failed. So it just started going down. So it's probably going to do the same now. It's probably going to go to like 17.50, 18, maybe even 19 to test these areas of resistance before pushing back down, because it all depends on Bitcoin at the end of the day. Like if Bitcoin goes to like 120K now, that could take Injective to $19. But is that bullish for Injective, given that it was $33 before, given that it was $26 before when Bitcoin was priced much lower? I don't think so, right? So it just shows you that it's going to be very, very hard for Injective to recover now that there's such a big gap between the Bitcoin price and Injective's price. So that's the reason why I decided to get out, you know, take it in the chin and then buy Solana lower on this big pullback that we had, and also invest my other stable coins into Solana to hopefully make up for that bad loss that I had with Injective for trusting in it. Despite the team delivering, the price doesn't work out. So when I see that the price doesn't work out, there's no point of holding something that just doesn't perform. It's painful. Solana has proved itself. I don't know if it's going to overtake Ethereum, but I think that the bulls are trying to do that. It's still the meme platform. So for now, while the meme trend is ongoing, I think we can expect more from Solana. I don't think it's going to be trading further down below. Of course, the market can do what it wants, right? It depends on Bitcoin, but with the Bitcoin dump, Solana has managed to hold its own between $190 and $200, as you've been seeing here with this sideways trading. So we have to see which direction is going to move. But if Bitcoin goes up, you can bet that Solana is going to go up, because Solana seems to be following with Bitcoin. And not only that, but if there's any kind of bullish announcement from the Solana devs, then you can expect that to also have an impact on the price of Solana. So yeah, I just wanted to drop this short video and just say, yeah, this is why I believe Solana is going to do well, mostly because of the trend. I wish I had bought Solana earlier. You know, I really should have, because, you know, it did have a bigger market cap, but it also had more potential, instead of being stuck in coins like Polkadot for a long time and believing in miracles, which Gavin Wood just didn't perform. And Gavin Wood doesn't care about the price, so he's not going to do anything that has to do with the price of the coin. He's going to do everything that has to do with the tech. And unfortunately, the tech just doesn't work in crypto right now. Maybe it will in the future, who knows? But right now, tech just doesn't seem to play a big part. You got to follow the trend, and Solana have been following the trend. So yeah, I choose the safer route in this case, which is Solana. We'll see how things go. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.